Thank you. Is this your jacket?
Okay, everyone. It's time for a group warm-up.
Alrighty, Cat.
You guys good as usual?
Sure.
Cool. Anybody else want to start or?
All you?
Okay. Hey Damien. Hey what?
Hey, Damien.
Hey what?
Show us how to get down.
No way.
Show us how to get down.
Okay.
G-O-W-N. That's the way to get down. G-O-W-N. That's the way to get down.
Hey Claudia. Hey what?
Hey,
Claudia. Hey what? Hey what?
Show us how to get down.
No way.
Show us how to get down.
Okay.
G-O-W-N. That's the way to get down. G-O-W-N.
That's the way to get down. Hey Travis.
Hey, what?
Hey Travis.
Hey, what?
Show us how to get down.
No way.
Show us how to get down.
Okay. G-O-W-N. That's the way to get down. G-O-W-N. That's the way to get down. Yeah. Hey, Scott.
Shut up.
Hey,
Hey,
Scott. Hey, Scott.
Oh! Who for this?
It was Travis.
No, Cameron, I was showing them how to get down.
It was obviously Scott.
Yeah. You're so right, it was me.
Wait,
You just said that.
we've been through this. No one is allowed to throw anything.
So, does anybody want to finish that game of shots?
Charlie! Read the cast in your rules, I see.
It's Cameron, Mr. Director, sir, but
Yes, yes. I'm sure Carter has plenty of rules for you all, but I have only one rule. You know, I once directed this very play. Back in my prime, before I was forced to direct amateur theater. Due to some circumstances, opening night went horribly wrong. But the cast pulled through. Oh, and do you know why? Oh, because they love the theater. Yes, more than their egos, more than the adulation of the crowd. Yes, when things took a turn for the worse, when the chips were down, they worked together and played their parts. Now, of course, I had to ensure they would never act again after the embarrassment of that opening night. You embarrass me in front of patrons and esteemed guests, and I will put an end to your so-called career. You see, that is the kind of power I have, and the kind of power that I can and will use against you if you choose to embarrass me tonight. And so, my young aspiring thespians, despite the fact that I had to cast a 29-character play with only 5 grubby teenagers at my disposal, this better be the best adaptation of the Scottish play I have ever witnessed. I mean, I am giving you a chance to redeem yourselves. You would do well not to squander it.
Okay, so what was the one rule exactly?
Oh, it's not about whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
I think it was that there are no rules.
Comedy comes in threes.
You know what? They're all yours, Cooper. They're all yours.
It's Cameron, sir. Is there anything you'd like me? You guys have driven him to the brink.
Cameron, that's literally how he always is.
I was actually more relaxed than usual. He didn't even actually throw any pants.
You know, it's kind of creepy. It's like a silent, bubbling rage.
You know, my buddy told me that director isn't allowed to work on Broadway anymore because he once got so mad at an actor that he bit them.
Come on, Travis, he's not a werewolf.
Yeah, he's more like a vampire. I heard he doesn't even sleep.
Vampires sleep. They sleep like all the time.
They don't, because they're nocturnal.
He's not anybody. He's just disappointed. And frankly, I am too. Now, listen up. While the director manages front of house, I am your leader. Your captain. Your commander. You will listen to everything I say and follow this strict set of rules I have carefully laid out for you. I don't want to hear any complaining. We've been through this list before.
Cameron, nobody is gonna follow your gay little rule book.
Rule number 5. Scott mustn't use the word gay in a derogatory way.
Rule? Why is it so high on the list?
Did you say mustn't? Be gay.
Now, it's time to take attendance. When I call your name, say present and put your phone in this bag.
You're not taking my phone away. You're not my mom.
No, I'm not. But I am your stage manager and 2 whole years older than you, which basically makes me God. Now, I better not see any devices tonight. From now until you take your final bow, you are all in 10th century Scotland.
11th century Scotland, actually.
For the same reason, you will all refer to each other as your character names. I don't want to hear anything about Travis or Alex. The director has entrusted me to make sure you never need to break character. And I intend to uphold his artistic vision, even if it kills all of you.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that, Cameron.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Go to the bag, let's go.
Well, let's make those Amian!
Kobe!
Thank you, Banquo. Lady M?
Sir, yes, sir.
Witches?
Just witches? What about Apparition 1? What about Apparition 2? What about the wounded sergeant? The gentlewoman? The serving boy? The wounded serving boy?
Alex? Or, look, is there a problem here?
Actually, yeah, there is a problem, Cameron. Here's the problem. I see 4 other people who all have one role, and somehow I ended up running around switching hats mid-scene like an asshole, trying to play like 5 different guys. Why am I always the catch-all? Why can't I be trusted with a real role?
Real role? Alex, you are the backbone of this production. There's no such thing as small parts.
Well, when it comes to Alex, I can think of a pretty small part.
Shut up, Scott!
You shut up. You're fucking gay, dude.
You're the one talking about my dick.
Stage manager, did I ever say dick? I just said small part, and Alex assumes I meant his dick. He's actually pretty soft.
Ow! Stop. Phone now.
What? You're gonna call me by my character name?
Aw, you don't know about the curse. Get a load this guy.
Alex, I'm not on his side, but you just set Scott up to call you gay. You're falling into his gay trap, man.
Curse? What are you, 12?
Hey, Alex, I totally know about the curse. But just in case someone here doesn't know, like maybe they're too scared to admit it, you should explain it to everyone very clearly.
Fine. I'll explain it.
Please just make it quick. You're on in 10.
It says to date back to the 1600s. Shakespeare was playing with fire when he put real incantations.
Wait! Shakespeare was real? What's next, the witches?
Legend has it a coven of witches put a curse on him and the production.
Oh my god.
The very first performance, circa 1606. The performer, playing Lady Anne, suddenly died, and Shakespeare himself had to step in.
Curses aren't real. It was the 1600s. People died all the time. They probably just got a splinter and died from the infection.
Obviously, the curse caused the splinter.
Yeah, you're so right, Claudia.
curse. That just sounds like regular murder.
1937. Laurence Olivier suddenly loses his voice and a stage weight falls and nearly kills him. 1942. 3 of the actors died on opening night. And in 1948, the performer playing Lady M suddenly fell into the orchestra pit during the sleepwalking scene. Do I really have to keep going?
Dude probably lost his voice from saying too many gay-ass monologues. The stage weight probably fell because it was the 1930s and everything sucked. You didn't specify how those 3 people died, so it was probably something random. And oh, a lady walking with her eyes closed fell off the stage? I can't believe it! Call the police! It must be a curse!
Oh, I don't know, Scott. All this stuff's got me freaked out. My mind's not in the game. I need my weights.
Need a spotter?
Come on, Claudia. You're smarter than this. Really, what's gonna happen if I say that?
What the hell, Scott?
No, it's already taken effect. I'll never be able to act again. Ah!
Look what you did!
Nothing is taking effect. You're just stupid.
Yeah, so Alex, just in case someone kind of zoned out when you were talking about the curse, what exactly is going to happen if someone were to say that?
Macbeth!
Scott, stop it!
Macbeth!
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 Cameron, you have
All right, I'm gonna do a long one now.
Okay, everyone calm down. This is fine. Everything is fine. Cameron, you are strong. You are brave. You are doing amazing. You are on in 6 minutes, and this is a code red. Good job, Banco. Keep holding down while I look over the rituals. Rituals?
Yes, you have to do rituals to ward off evil if someone's like Macbeth.
Alex! Oh my God!
This is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Usually, you just have to do one of the rituals, but because you said it so much, we have to do all of them, just to be safe. Banquo, spin Scott around 3 times and then spit over his left shoulder. McDuff, do the same with Alex.
But I didn't mean it.
Okay, now you need to recite a monologue from another Shakespeare play while running around the theater 3 times. Then you have to go into the bathroom and perform Bloody Mary to invite another evil spirit into the theater to ward off this one. Then, when you get back, you need to do the funky chicken.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any of that.
Yes, you are. Alex, you don't have time to do the funky chicken because you're on first. No, you don't have time to run because you're on first, so just start doing the funky chicken. And Scott, I don't see you running.
Come on, Scott.
High knees, man. High knees!
I don't even know what the funky chicken is, Cameron.
Just figure it out.
Hey, Alex.
Now until the break of day,
Hey, Alex!
this house eats very
Oh,
steady.
God.
Until the...
No, it's not getting down!
This is your 5-minute call. Please get to your places for the beginning of the play.
Alex,
Yeah, I'm on it.
English? What the fuck? Mark.
Lennox, Malcolm, the witches,
Shall not in their issue stand,
Listening.
never woke until...
the Captain Hat.
I would say it was nice knowing all of you. But at this point, seems rude to lie.
Maybe, by the break of day. I taste blood. I guess that's a part of the curse too.
You're just out of shape, man. Okay, so you did Bloody Mary, right? You did everything?
No, Cameron. I haven't even started the funky goddamn chicken.
When shall we meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
Okay, so we're running out of time. Banquo, you are in charge of making sure Scott finishes the Bloody Mary ritual.
You got it, boss.
When the holy body starts
Scott!
Scott! This is the worst day in my professional career.
Went back down, right?
Cameron, are you sure Scott is going to be okay out there? He didn't finish all the rituals.
Well, things haven't gone astray yet. I mean, it's mostly been Alex talking to himself so far, but he is so talented.
Let's face that way. My parents are here tonight, and I can't have Scott embarrassing me in front of them. Oh, listen. Travis and Scott are about to go on stage.
A drum! Macbeth golf drum!
I thought we weren't allowed to say that!
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are these, so withered and so wild in their attire?
So far, so good.
God, Travis was made for this role.
You should be glad.
Speak if you can. Speak if you can, what are you? Speak if you can, what are you?
Oh my God!
Whoa, interesting character technique. Does he think this is some kind of joke? I'm going to kill him! I'm calling Macbeth! All hail!
Macbeth? Was there anything you wanted to say there, Bun?
We ancestors have put a curse on Macbeth. Yes, we have burdened his tongue, and he can no longer speak.
Oh. Well, do you think you can undo that? I feel like there's a few more things he has to say.
What the hell are they doing? What's going on?
Hail to that, Ross and Angus. Angus is here also. Why don't we have a word while our friend Macbeth returns to his tent to recuperate?
Scott, what the fuck was that? Do you need water?
This is bad. This is really bad. Are you good, man?
He's not good. He's doing one of his dumb jokes again. He's making us all look stupid. I'm pretty sure he actually can't talk.
Well, we can't have a Mackers that can't speak. Someone needs to take his part.
Gay.
You're the stage manager. You've been to every rehearsal, don't you know the lines?
Absolutely not. Are you insane? There's a reason I'm a stage manager, Claudia. I have horrible stage fright.
Okay, well, what about Travis? He could double as Banquo and Mackers.
I mean, I guess it could kind of work. Mackers is a man waging war against himself. We could play it off as symbolic.
I've always wanted to play two people at once. It's like CrossFit, but for acting.
What if Travis says the lines and Scott acts it out?
That's ridiculous.
That's a freaking brilliant idea, Damien!
Yeah! It's like you're in a horse costume, but Travis is somehow the caboose and also the mouth. Oh yeah!
Yeah, man. Sure.
Okay, let's try your next scene. I'll be Duncan. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays for itself. And perchance Travis doth be a really buff guy, and I've a huge crush on Claudia that I'm too scared to admit.
Really, Travis? You do? Look, I don't care what you do, but if you send someone who can't speak to play my husband, I'm killing myself and I'm taking you all with me. Not you, Alex. You're doing great.
Scott lost his voice, probably the curse or something.
Scott, it obviously isn't going to work. You can't play the lead if you can't speak. Maybe Alex can manage another role.
He's
It's my Time to show them what I got. No more sparrows for Alex.
I think Alex has too much on his plate. I'm gonna take over camp. Remember? CrossFit, but for acting, buff on the outside and inside is gonna rock!
Yeah, that it. Cool. It was nice talking to you guys. I gotta get back on stage.
All right, Scott, hand over your costume.
We can still do the thing where I say his lines. Hey, Cam, it's me, Scott. I don't want to give up my costume because I'm insecure about my body, which is why I call everything again. Ow, man, you know what? Come on, I will take your part, Scott, and I will keep it until you adjust your attitude and apologize to everyone in this room. No, unless you don't get your voice back, and maybe you can do some kind of mime apology where, I don't know, you're pulling on a rope or there's a bunch of wind and you can't walk properly. Oh, sorry, guys, I'm really pressed right now!
Get him. Damien, what? Keep an eye on.
Great Glamis, worthy condor, greater than both on the all hail hereafter.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
Scott is such an asshole. I don't know how he got the lead role anyway. He disrespects theater every chance he gets. He's mean to all of us, and he almost pokes out Damien's eye every time they do the sword fight. Honestly, I think he got off easy losing his voice. He deserves a lot worse.
Well, the director sees something in him, which means he must have talent. But, you know, actors, they're always...
Assholes.
You said it, not me. You're right about the sword fighting, though. Those things are dangerous. Poor Damien. I swear he gets a new bruise every time they rehearse that scene.
Yeah, Damien's been a pretty good sport.
Sometimes I feel like he's the only person in this cast I can trust. No offense, Alex.
Yeah, I'm taken. Hey, where's Scott?
I don't know. He was playing at something over here and he seemed really shaken up about it.
Damien!
He has almost sucked. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
No. No one hath asked for thee. Get thee gone.
Who doth me this?
I know not, my husband. I have never seen this man in my life.
I am Macbeth. We'll proceed no further in this.
Seriously? Get thee gone. He thinks he be some vagrant or madman who believeth he is thee, my lord.
He hath honored me of late, and I.
My lady, he doth be saying all the stuff I was about to say.
Fine, my love, go on.
I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people. What should be worn now in their newest cloth, not cast aside. Oh my God! Alas, doth the weight fall heartily on this guy. Let us get him to a doctor.
To apothecary.
Cameron! He's up there, Colton!
Oh my God! There's no pulse! He's dead! Oh my God!
Damien, he is obviously breathing.
Well, either way, it's going to red for sure!
knocked out cold, huh?
Does he have to be out here in the open? Couldn't we just, like, put him in the closet or something?
Claudia! I just want you to know that if Scott could talk right now, he would have made some sort of gay joke about being in the closet. You don't know how much you're gonna miss somebody until they're gone.
Again. Damien! He's not dead. And personally, I like him better this way.
Are you sure we shouldn't? No, I just think... No, I understand, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir! All right, everyone. I know this play has been cursed. It's been off to a rocky start. We're down a lead actor. Director is furious. And if the programs didn't have the play's name on them, pretty sure the audience wouldn't know what they were watching. But the show must go on. You are all here because the director believes in you. So I want you to reach deep down inside yourself and bare your soul to the crowd. Make this the best $5 they ever spent.
Shouldn't we be getting Scott to a hospital? I mean, did the director call for an ambulance?
A detective is on his way. The director says he suspects foul play.
A detective.
The only foul play around here is the one I'm in.
Damien, uncalled for.
I'm sorry, Cameron. I miss Scott. And you guys don't seem to miss Scott, but I really think he fills out the dynamic.
Cameron, are you saying the director suspects one of us made that stage weight fall on Scott? How would that even work?
Well, we can't be too safe. Looks like intermission's just about over. Places, everyone!
Where are we starting from?
Where we left off.
Why don't we just do that whole scene over again? You know, because Scott ruined everything?
All right.
All right, everyone, let's try to get back on track. Character names, people. McDuff, could you get a blanket for Scott? We could cover him up so we can pretend he's sleeping.
Hey, Cameron, where are they?
They're in the closet.
But like, where in the closet?
On the shelf.
But like, where on the shelf?
We haven't even opened the closet yet.
Yeah, but as soon as I open those doors, there's gonna be a lot of stuff in there. I just kind of want to be prepared, okay?
Jesus Christ, man.
Alex, could you get the door, please?
My hats. Okay, fine. Forget the hats. Forget all the roles you play, Alex, 'cause that's not enough work for you.
cocktail of sweat and desperation. Here in the drama room, that cocktail wasn't double. But could it be true that buried somewhere beneath the maraschino cherries and orange peel was the pointy little plastic sword of murderous intent? Could one of these teeny boppers have the guts to look a man in the eyes and kill him?
Sir, you can't be back here. If you want to watch the show, you'll need to enter through the front.
Such a shame for a life to be snuffed out so young.
He's just sleeping. He's not dead.
No, he was as good as dead if I didn't find the Ron Fink who brought him to this lowly state.
Wait, are you the detective the director said was coming? I just got off the phone with him like 5 minutes ago.
I had my work cut out for me.
You can't smoke in here.
It's showtime, Chance. I'd say break a leg, but I reckon a lot more than that's gonna be broken by the time we're done here.
I'm so sorry. Did you say your name is Chance?
Chance Lucky, Private Eye. The latest on a laundry list of jobs that some schmuck with a keen eye and empty bottle and a distrust in his fellow man can excel at. That's enough about me. I had to consider the suspects.
Whoa, this guy is so cool.
I'm serious. You can't smoke in here. You'll set off the sprinkler.
The kid was a yapping dog. It'd been a while since I cracked open my copy of the Scottish play. If I was a betting man, I'd say I was being hounded around by a miniature Macduff.
I'm the stage manager.
I actually play Macduff. I wouldn't consider myself miniature though, because I'm a pretty tough guy.
But was he tough enough to kill?
I ate my twin brother in the womb.
I don't think Damien did it.
Oh, I totally could have. I was backstage when it happened. I could climb up a ladder and drop the stage weight.
Stop incriminating yourself. The detective isn't going to be your friend.
Oh, sure, pal. I'll be your friend. We could wrap up this case too sweet.
Me, Damien, and Alex were all backstage when it happened. Stark back there could have been any one of us.
Or it could be the curse. You know, because Scott said Mackers. The name of the play.
A curse. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Buster. You go ahead and find this curse fella and lock him up, while the adults pursue some more pragmatic leads.
Whatever. I'm on.
Well, now opportunity is just one hep cat out of a three-piece jazz band of crime. And quite frankly, I'm more interested in Saucy Sister. Motive.
Who's this guy?
It's the detective. I think he said his name was Chance.
He doesn't look like a detective. He looks like
Well, speaking of Saucy Sisters, take this young dame, for instance.
What the fuck did you just call me?
Common Shrew, or a Black Widow.
Hey! Cameron, give me my phone. I'm gonna start filming this guy.
No phones. Couldn't have been her though. She was on stage when the stage weight hit Scott. The whole audience saw her.
Oh, you know, that's circumstantial. Okay, motives, people. Motives. Now tell me, little lady, how'd you and the Scott character get on?
I don't even need to talk to the police. And you clearly aren't a police officer.
Oh, so you need to talk to me.
Claudia was actually one of the only people Scott was nice to.
Cameron, he's a total creep. He only joined the play because he thought we'd get together, which doesn't even make sense because our characters, like, hate each other.
Aha! Wait! Could this be a reversal on an old classic? Could the blood in Our Lady's hands no longer be imaginary?
But here's the thing. No one likes Scott. He's mean, he's dumb, he barely has his lines memorized, and he calls everything gay.
Claudia! What if he could hear you?
stage to do a scene with an actor who actually cares.
Well, that kitty had claws. No denying that. But did it lead to a stage way on his fellow actor's head?
I mean, she was right. Not about the brain damage stuff, but Scott has been a difficult member of the cast.
Difficult. Dude's a total psycho. I don't know how he got the lead role anyway.
Well, such venom towards our leading man. Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say I was staring down Macduff himself.
Damien already said he's Macduff. You didn't pay attention, like, at all?
You know, I said if I didn't know any better, okay? So who do you play anyway?
Nobody matters. Monty, Seward, young Seward, murderers 1, 2, and 3. Not sure why they couldn't have just made it into one murderer, but I guess it's just one or two more roles for Alex, yeah.
Well. It seems like our knee-high thespian has a chip on his shoulder. But did it lead to a stage weight on his fellow actor's head? I mean, jealousy is a vicious mistress after all, especially when she shacks up with that old tramp. Opportunity. Well, you said he was backstage when it happened.
We were all waiting in the wings, but it's dark back there. We didn't see anything. And Scott went on stage when he wasn't supposed to. It's like a car crash. I couldn't look away.
Now hold on, Scott's an asshole, but I wouldn't jeopardize this whole production because of it.
Oh, the production would be fine. At the last minute, you get to swoop on in, take on the lead role, and save the play, achieving that stardom you've always wanted in your tiny, sick mind.
I don't know if you were paying attention like 30 seconds ago. Yeah, but I don't play matters.
It was a minor fly in the ointment. I made a silent note to keep an eye on this kid.
Not silent.
There he is, Travis. Beat him up.
Well, the boy was no pencil neck. I hesitate to call him a pipsqueak, do you?
Thanks, today was neck day.
He was muscle-bound, but was he jail-bound? Only time would tell. And if time were a crime, well, then I'd
Travis,
be...
why aren't you beating him up?
I don't know, he seems like a chill guy so far.
I'd say there was enough beefsteak here for murderers 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my god.
So I played Banquo, but now I'm...
He's the star, and he's doing a great job.
Oh, it seems our Lady M had become a rocketeer. It seems like she wants to remain close to our star, fall into his intoxicating orbit.
This is exactly what I was talking about. He's been saying this shit the whole time.
No, he had plenty of neck, but the dame was wondering if there was enough to go around.
So, my name's Travis.
If you call me a dame one more time, I swear to God.
Chance Lucky, private eye. And you, sir, are the object of her desires. Why, I see all these lines in place. Why, I think I feel a theory coming on.
My, would you look at the gambler there, huh?
I don't think I want to be included in this. Do I have to take part in this?
Why?
I simply cannot believe the nerve of that young man.
Scott doesn't smoke. None of us smoke. Why did you mention
Better
that?
all pigs, Carmyle, don't you think?
Well, I'm not so sure. What about that Travis fellow?
Oh, he's a doll. I do so wish I had more stage time with that dreamboat, Daddy-O. Instead, I'm stuck whistling Dixie with this no-good fathead.
You're cacky-wacky, sister. Are these... Am I saying real words right now?
Listen, Candy,
Cameron. My name is Cameron.
what do you say we do something about this Scott character? I'll lure him on stage with my feminine wiles, then you drop the gavel, Daddy-O.
Well, that rotten Scott's been making a dog and pony show out of my beloved production. So yes, I will help you drop this wig. say Daddy-O. Okay. Just to be clear, you think Claudia and I teamed up to drop the stage weight on Scott because she was mean to him and I thought he was ruining the show?
It would explain everything.
Wouldn't taking out the lead actor ruin the play more?
Granted, there were still a few minor leaps of faith required, but once I place down that rope bridge of evidence, I'll get over there and arrest you.
So I'm not under arrest yet?
Cameron, he doesn't have the authority to arrest anyone. I mean, do you even have a badge number? Do you have a warrant?
Okay, now I told you I'm a private eye, and the only warrant I need is all the further investigation that all this warrants.
Alright. I'm gonna go on stage and get murdered. Daz Banquo, I'm going to. My character is going to go get murdered.
Wait. Banquo isn't supposed to be getting murdered. He's supposed to be murdering Duncan.
Front row! Give us a light there, ho. Ho! Give us a light there. Fleance, my son, are you sleeping? Hey, you little rascal.
Hi, whatever. Yes, it's me, Fleance.
Are they just skipping the part of the play where he murders Duncan? That's like the most important part of the play.
None of the rest of the play makes sense if he doesn't kill Duncan.
It'll be rain tonight. Let it come down! Oh, treachery! Fleance, you must fly!
Hold on.
Oh, there's no time for that. Good Fleance, you must...
I'm not flat. It would appear I have misplaced my blade.
You've come to murder me and not brought a dagger.
Well, to be fair, I didn't think I would be the one doing the murdering right now. I thought it was I who was to be murdered.
You're not a very good murderer, then.
Hold on.
I don't be paralyzed with fear. I cannot move. Fleance, have you flown yet? Make sure to fly. Seems you've got a pretty solid head start. Remember how I taught you to fly? Your mother would be proud with how you're flapping your wings. Just please make sure you're getting out of here. Oh, there he is.
Calm down!
Now, mace revenge, oh slave.
It was an accident. I thought it was a crop digger movie.
He stabbed me, man.
Watch in the picture, and the perp was in my sight.
Is that a gun? He's got a gun!
Were you just about to shoot Alex?
I let my temper get the best of me. A temper I found at the bottom of 100 whiskey glasses and never quite managed to shake. The temper that served me well lobbing grenades over the trenches at Fritz and Jerry, who starved in the rain-soaked alleys of this gutter of a city.
I am so sick of this shit.
Could somebody call an ambulance?
Oh, no. The sawbones would have to wait. As the old adage goes, the show must go on. I retrieved my iron and...
Absolutely not! I'm hiding this. Oh, Travis, just sit tight. We're already running low on actors. We might need you.
All right, I'll just go sit down. I'm feeling pretty tired.
Well, guess we need a new lead. Again.
What if I did it?
You?
Well, I mean, you guys don't think I'm a suspect. Plus, the vibes back here get really bad. Like,
Is Travis gonna be okay?
Yeah, man. I've got abs of steel. I'll just walk it off. Oh, sorry. You're all over the place, Claudia.
The dame couldn't make up her mind.
Shut the fuck up, Chess! Cameron, where's the first aid kit?
Closet, top shelf.
But where? I'm a top shelf!
Okay. So first we had Banquo play Duff, and then
Still angling for that lead role, huh, Alex? Pathetic. No, I think it went a little something like this.
Now listen, you goddamn queer.
We're not doing this, okay? I get it. You think that I jeopardized the production so I could get the lead role.
So you admit it.
When did I admit it?
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go.
I'm on too.
Yeah, everyone's on. It's the banquet scene. Travis, are you still okay to play Banquo's ghost? I guess he doesn't need any makeup.
Okay, now wait one right second.
That's not a thing people say.
We can't allow this loony to perform in this so-called banquet scene. Now he's probably poisoned all the food.
This loony is like 80% of the cast. The show must go on, and he's part of the show.
The perp had positioned himself perfectly, despite putting 2 and 2 together to connect 4. It seemed like checkmate. Oh, but I had an ace up my sleeve. Aha.
How many handcuffs do you have?
Okay, now I'll ask the question here. Question 1. Let's say our jailbird here, or soon-to-be jailbird, performs, but he does so restrained for our safety.
All right. Well, we gotta get the show moving again.
You can't be serious. There's no food. It's not a real banquet. We didn't even have money for prop food. And how is handcuffing me gonna stop anyone from getting poisoned?
Save it for the judge, pal. Oh, these ankle biters are giving me the runaround. I needed hard evidence. It was time to dust for prints. All right, stage manager, if you know this stage so well, why don't you go ahead and show me where the weight fell on our slack-happy pal over here?
I don't think that's a good idea. There's a scene going on right now.
Well, that plays for you, Buster. Just one blasted scene after another. Mystery's gotta get solved at some point.
I just mean,
What's the matter? Afraid I'm gonna find something you don't want me seeing?
fine. You can see it from the wings. Don't go on the stage.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, the hearty welcome from me, Macbeth. I doth be Macbeth now. Your Majesty. Be large in mirth, and none will drink a measure the table round. Hear ye. There's blood upon thy face.
The stage light cast such a glare that I wanted to run like a cockroach. The same thing to let the audience see was also blocking my investigation.
This banquet then.
Better be
The
without that.
black paint to the plywood floor had I glanced up to see a metal catwalk. Must be where the perp dropped the hammer from.
Can someone please lower thy voice? We're trying to conversate.
Pay me no mind, gentlemen! I looked around for
He thinks he'd be solving some kind of mystery.
My lord, we really need to finish discussing.
There's a detective may have some help if I
I leaned over the railing.
The table's full. Here's a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Just a little further.
Here, sir. What is that moves you?
Which one of you have done this?
That's the $1,000,000 question, pal.
Oh my God! Get off of me! He's insane. He's absolutely insane. Cameron, you have to call the police.
Oh no, this was far beyond any slack-jawed constable. We were up against someone devilishly clever.
What are you talking about? You didn't investigate anything. You just climbed up there and fell on me.
Dive bombed her, bro.
I think my leg is broken.
And I'm not a jumper, okay? Never was. The catwalk was sabotaged. A few key bolts loosened in just the right places to send anyone investigating that fallen stage weight tumbling down. Covers their tracks while building the terror. I could almost respect it too, if it weren't so illegal.
Guys, someone lost their voice and a stage-wide felon nearly killed them. Someone has been stabbed. Sorry. And now Lady M's leg is broken. Are we sure it's not the curse?
Alex, whose side are you on?
I'm just saying, maybe if we did the funky chicken.
Scott would have to do the funky chicken.
What if I just did this?
No, absolutely not.
You know, hold on a second. Maybe the kid had a point. Not about the curse, mind you. Curses are as real as a $3 bill, and they're about as worth as much too. But what if we were dealing with a copycat? Say, what else happens to a fellow if he says Macbeth?
They died.
Huh?
In every other story, someone dies.
Well. It seems like everything we've seen so far has just been an aperitif. And someone was still waiting on their entree. But who could it be? And who's waiting to get served up?
We can't switch out our lead actor.
Okay, Claudius, Portia, don't make me the main guy. I don't want to be at the help. Okay, this kid!
Fine. You'll be Lady M and Macduff. Sure, we have a wig around here somewhere.
So, it seems that we may need a new...
Oh, and not an icebox's chance in hell, Jack.
What?
There is no way I'm letting you into that lead role.
Pretty sure he's literally the only option.
No, that's exactly what he wants us to think. We'd be playing right into his hands. No. There's another option. Someone who knew the script back and front.
Absolutely not! No way!
It is the only way.
You're not a part of the play! You don't get to make play decisions!
Oh, yes, no, that right is a murderer.
Nobody's been murdered. The worst is a broken leg, of which you caused, by the way.
Oh, the catwalk was sabotaged. Now listen here. Either you take on that lead role, or I am going to go on stage right beside Alex here to make sure he doesn't wallop anyone else.
That's fine. Yeah, it's basically already happened.
It would ruin the play! I need some time to think.
Cameron, you have the entirety of the sleepwalking sleeve to hype yourself up. Come on, Alex. Yeah. Claudia. How many steps forward could I take without falling off the stage?
Maybe you should do the scene with your eyes open.
I'll be fine. I'm okay.
I better go out there and make sure he doesn't hurt himself.
And I better better go out there and make sure Alex doesn't hurt Damien's self. Oh, and lovebirds. Sit tight.
Travis,
Yeah?
do you think we're going to die?
I don't know. I think I would have noticed by now if Alex hit anything important. But I did lose a lot of blood. And it hurts really bad.
Yeah. My leg hurts a lot. Can you die from a broken leg?
I don't know. Do you know what organs here? And is it super important?
Aside from how walking another actual performances, what, if any, have you heard her say? That which I will not report after her, not to you, nor to anyone, and with no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, here she comes! Could now confirm your speech just a little? What?
Yeah?
Why didn't we ever work out?
Oh, it just never really seemed like your thing. Once this is over, I can take you to the gym. You could probably still do upper body stuff.
I mean, why didn't we ever get together?
Probably because I'm gay?
Because he makes the gay jokes. That's really funny. You're gay?
Yeah. Do you have a problem?
No, of course
Or an
not.
issue? Like, is there
No,
any...
it's just that you never brought it up.
Yeah, there's never a time
Like
to bring
you
it up.
never mentioned a boyfriend or anything like that.
I don't have a boyfriend. You don't need a boyfriend to be gay. You don't have a boyfriend and you're still straight.
I prefer not to put a label on it.
Okay. Yeah, cool, whatever.
Could now just confirm the first part of my be with me, usually she starts by walking out. Oh, wait, I remember! Had a wife, five wife, and a fine five-wife I was getting there! Academic fun! I say, also ladies go to house
Wow. Okay, so I had this whole thing I was gonna say, but I guess I'll just skip to the end of it. We've got to get out of here.
Yeah.
We need to get to a hospital and call the police, the real police.
Yeah. I was thinking you could lead on me and I'll carry Scott. You drove here, right?
Yeah. Wait, Scott?
Yeah, I'll do a fireman's carry.
Do we have to bring Scott?
He's in danger. They said they were gonna start killing people.
I just think he'll be fine until the police come.
He's defenseless. He can't move.
He's an asshole.
He's actually a pretty chill guy once you get to know him.
He's a chill guy?
Yeah, he's good. He's like a cool guy.
Lady, would be more talkative if you could just give me the first part of my line. Guess I'll just write it down on a piece of paper and slip it to me.
My eyes are closed!
They disappeared from right under our noses. Perhaps off to have some lover's tryst. Danger pushes men to do impulsive things. I knew that better than anyone.
I don't think they're having a lover's anything. Travis is gay.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh my god, am I dead? Oh, is this heaven?
This is most definitely not heaven.
Hell? No, already go to Scientology's troops. I always had a feeling.
You're fine.
Well, I do not feel fine, Cameron. My head is killing me. Could I get an ice pack?
See if we have one.
Oh! 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 Ow! I think I broke or popped a lung or something.
You broke or popped a lung?
Yeah, I broke or popped a lung or something.
Lungs don't pop or break.
Hey, does this hurt?
Yes!
No prize in the box for Our Lady Macbeth. Her lungs may be great, but it seems she snapped, crackled, and popped a rib.
Popped a fucking rib?
Snapped a rib. Shit. Okay, hold on.
No, absolutely not. No more holding on. Behind that door, there is an empty stage with an audience waiting for this train wreck to end. No more waiting. Alex, let's just skip to the sword fighting scene. I'll be Macduff and you'll be... You need to unlock his handcuffs right now.
No, we made a compromise.
No need. Thou losest labor, as easy mayst thou the entrenchant air with thy keen sword and press, as make me bleed.
Save it for the stage.
Oh, wait! Who did it? When the stage weight fell, that could have been Cameron, Alex, or me. Alex did stab Travis. Oh, but not like he was expecting to get stabbed, so it must have been an accident. So was it Cameron? Did Cameron switch the props so Travis would stab Alex on accident? That makes no sense. Like, why would Cameron try and kill the actor who has the most roles when they've been insisting the whole time that the show must go on? It doesn't make sense. Unless... what if it was me? Keeping up really me, but the evil twin I ate back in the womb. What if he took over my brain? Maybe betrayed the cast and I forgot about it. Oh my god, what am I doing here right now? Oh man, and Chance is gonna find out and totally shoot me. Where did Cameron stash that gun anyways, huh? Oh, that was it! Those evil twin talking! Oh god! I gotta get out of here! Oh my god! Oh my Wait, you're so far away!
We're on Macduff, and that be him who cries, hold enough! Ah!
You need this.
Yeah.
There's just stuff everywhere. Where did Damien go?
And then there were two. 50-50 was better odds than you usually get in my line of work.
I think detectives usually have
taken seriously. I thought that maybe, just maybe, you had some shred of professionalism buried within you. That if I just applied enough pressure, I could extract that tiny sliver of greatness. I was wrong. No, under all that pressure, you simply cracked.
What is with all this shit about greatness and pressure and professionalism? This is a high school production!
Okay, no, that is no excuse
It's
for you to...
literally called a play. It's supposed to be fun. Okay? Look, I always wanted the lead role. I thought it would mean something. I thought it would change my life. But now that I have it, I feel exactly the same because the sets are still made of cardboard and my costume is from the dollar store. And the only thing that matters, the only thing that should matter is having fun.
You act like the whole point of theater is making some imaginary, mathematically perfect production. But for who? Our parents? Our friends? Everyone in that audience is just happy to see us. Isn't now the time to make mistakes? To learn lessons and find ourselves?
Oh, you know what? You are saying so many words to me right now. All I am hearing from you two is bullshit! Bullshit excuses from bullshit actors, afraid of their own talent. You know what? This has been lovely, but I am afraid you have strutted and you have fretted your hour on the stage, and it is time for you to be heard no longer. I mean, you're not too much.
Cameron! He's gonna kill me!
Put the floor down! Move an inch and I'll shoot.
Oh, Kelsey, you are a bad liar. That's why you'll never be a good actor. You don't have what it takes to shoot me. So hand over the gun, and I will end this quickly.
You know this is all your fault, Cameron?
My fault?
You're the one who humored him. You could have, called the real cops, but instead you decided to play along with this psychotic detective act.
Oh, like you weren't holding off blowing the whistle too? Like you didn't think this was finally your chance to get a real role?
So you admit it. Alex only gets small roles.
Oh, and Alex admits it too. Oh, he doesn't care about perfecting his craft. And he also doesn't care about having fun either. No, he just wants to pretend to be someone important in a play to escape your life as a nobody. I mean, I see you eating alone every day, spending your spares hiding out in the library. I mean, the others, they get a pass. They just bumbled on through like sheep. But you two, you wanted to play at being actors. You thought you knew better. Thought you could be like me. Well then, Casey, care to take back that dramatic little speech of yours?
My name is Cameron!
Wait, out there. Wait, what? Wait, no, those are mine. Wait,
Oh, they're yours? That's so sad.
Watch the wrist.
Guess I'm not so bad at acting after all. But you're right. I don't think I could ever be like you. Alex, did you need any of the stuff you said just now?
A little. Did you mean any of the stuff you just said about me?
I don't think so.
Nice.
I think there's still one more scene left. It's all you.